Hello dear teachers, today we're going to talk about writing in English classes, specifically how process writing works and how much this method of writing can be beneficial to our students. As we know, languages are learned for the purpose of communication, but speaking and writing are mostly used for communicating between people, between you and us. And if we talk about level of difficulty, speaking while for communication is easier, because while speaking you use body language, gestures, and these things make the speech easier to understand. And as for writing, communicating through writing is a bit difficult. That's why students find writing a bit hard to acquire. And today we're going to talk about product writing and process writing. And these are two different types of writing methods, and the first one is concerned with just with the product, and in the second type of writing students go through the process until they finish their final product. Nowadays, most language experts think that product writing is not good to use in the classrooms because it has some drawbacks. And let's look at some issues with product writing technique. So in this type of writing, students just imitate model texts. They just change some information in the text and create new information about themselves and insert in the text. In this process, students do not use any language skills or any critical thinking skills. They do not develop their writing skills. And that's why this type of writing is considered to be not so effective. And also, for writing, mostly students fill in the gaps in the sentences. They just take one piece of language structure or vocabulary, just insert in the sentence, and they think, and teachers also think that this is writing activity. This type of issue can come with the last type of writing activity, when students just copy ready-made sentences and substitute selected words. And now let's talk about process writing and why process writing is better. Because process writing is similar to the writing in real life. In real life, we have purpose for writing, and we know what we write and how we think about what we're going to write and how we're going to write. And in real life, we write postcards, letters to friends and diaries, essays, letters to editor, a formal report, a letter to request information, an article for teaching newspaper. So in the real life, we have purpose for writing, and these are things we write in real life. And educators think that writing in the classroom, language classrooms, should be similar to writing in real life. And in this sense, process writing is concerned with writing in real life. That's why it is more appreciated by language teachers. Now let's look at the process writing framework. As you can see, this framework, this process writing involves 4 stages, like pre-writing, drafting, editing, and publishing. Before writing a final product, students should go through these 4 stages. And also, in each stage, students are required to do some actions or activities, like using plan ideas to write draft version, checking, making alteration, or so on. These are things on the right of the table, are things that students do in each stage, but they are in a jumbled order. You can look at these stages and things that students do and try to match which stage consists of what actions. Now you can have the answers. In pre-writing stage, students generate ideas and plan about what to write. And this stage involves generating ideas and planning what to write. After that, after they have planned, after they have generated ideas, they come to the next stage, which is called drafting. In this stage, students will use generated ideas and plans, and they start writing preliminary rough version of their writing. After they have finished this stage, they go to the third stage, which is called editing. In this stage, they themselves or with their peers, they can check for language or vocabulary errors, and they can make alterations, and in the end they rewrite their writing. And when everything is ready, when they think that they have created a good piece of writing, they can publish it. Publishing means presenting it to others, to the readers. In language classrooms, main readers could be the teacher or their peers that could write what they have written. But process writing is not an easy task. In each part, in each stage, for successfully going through each stage, students should possess these type of writing sub-skills. In pre-writing stage, they should know how to plan, how to brainstorm, how to mind map. In drafting stage, they should be able to structure, select, reject ideas, question. In editing part, they should know how to reorder, revise, reconstruct, how to check, how to focus on grammar and vocabulary. And also in publishing part, they should have necessary skills to present finished material to the reader. But these skills should be taught by the teacher step by step as the students go through the writing process. And besides that, when doing process writing, we should take into account some criteria for writing, which are purpose, audience, context. It means that when students start writing or before writing, they should have purpose. They should know why they are doing this piece of writing. It's very important. Without purpose, their writing will not be so interesting or motivating for them. And also, students should know who are they writing to and the audience of their writing, who are going to read their writings. Is it the teacher, or is it their peer, or is it the newspaper editor? Knowing the audience of writing is also very important. And also context of writing, and what are they writing about, and is it interesting for them? Is the topic motivating for them? This is also important to take into consideration while doing process writing. And in the end, here is one of the process writing activity. So imagine that you give your students a topic, my favorite film for writing. And in process writing, students do not start writing on this topic right away. Before writing, they think about subtopics like plot, setting, genre, actors, and so on. If the students is able to collect information for each topic, it will be easier for the students to create the final material. The most important problem which students often have while writing is the lack of ideas. If they start writing process with generating ideas on the subtopics, that will be a lot easier for students to write. And in this case, students are not afraid of writing in classroom. It is another type of sample for the same topic, but this time students just create questions for the main topic, and when they find the answers to each question about the main topic, students will have enough information to insert into writing. This is also a very interesting activity. So dear teachers, today we have talked about very effective type of writing, which is called process writing. I hope you will find it very interesting and you will use them in your future classroom lessons. Thank you very much. Thank you for your attention.